I'm a very simple person. I see a clone trooper, I see a stormtrooper, I like them. You put blue on them, now they're an all-timer. From Star Wars The Black Series, specifically the Gaming Great subline exclusive to GameStop and EB Toys, this is the Stormtrooper Commander, as he would have been seen in, I believe, the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions of Star Wars The Force Unleashed. I say that because, one, there's a lot of versions of that game. Like, I think there's like 4 separate versions, and the only version I've ever played is the PlayStation 2 version, and I can tell you for sure he's not in that one. But it's fine, because I like the Stormtrooper Commander. It's a really cool design. I always wanted the 3 3/4 inch one when I was a kid, but now I have the 6-inch one, and I gotta say, still like it a lot. Taking a closer look, and it is using the original Black Series Stormtrooper body. So, I'm going to get some of the negatives out of the way right now, right? The original body had a lot of issues with the articulation, just kind of things hitting each other. So, like, the shoulders have a hard time going in or out. The legs, same thing. Moreover, there's a lot of weird sculpting decisions. For instance, the Stormtrooper is so lanky. Like, look at how thin his limbs are as compared to how bulky his torso is. He's a very gangly looking guy. And also the head sculpt. Yeah, the head sculpt. This is the reason why so many import companies sold so many Stormtroopers for so long, and why Hasbro eventually had to completely redo the Stormtrooper. It's because I don't want to say it's just outright terrible. I don't want to be caustic about it, because I do still like the figure. But there is something off. Well, there's a lot off. It feels like potentially someone might have been looking at a toy, or maybe even sculpting from memory. Because the details are there. It's not that there's the wrong details, it's the details are in the wrong spots. Let's have a moment of compare-contrast here, right? So, looking at the new Hasbro Stormtrooper, proportions overall are a lot less gangly, and that's mostly just because they thinned out the torso. The limbs are about the same width and length. But the head sculpt specifically, you can see that the eyes are too close to the ridge on the new Stormtrooper helmet. It's a bit too wide. This space right here below the mouth is also a bit too large, and also the triangle for the mouth is a bit too sharp and pronounced. But even with all that, right? I've seen some people say like, oh, well, I can't use the old body Stormtrooper. Go back and watch the movies. So many of the helmets look more like that than that. So I think you could always just say, oh, well, the army's so large, maybe they just went through different design iterations. Even with all the complaints, this guy is so much fun and the design is so unique that I say he's a great addition to the shelf.